Can you put this in the production screen? No, because you'll be in the way. I want it to be right there up against the purple, but not slide. You guys look at my tummy.
You have this to do it.
34 weeks pregnant.
You have this to achieve what you're trying to do.
Okay, set it right there.
Okay. This way, long ways,
no,
or what?
No, you could put it like that. Thank you. I'll use it as like a little step. 34 weeks pregnant with baby number 4. And as you guys know, I was targeted last year. I've been being targeted in some way or another since 2019. So prior to that, I was not. Prior to that, things were, there were some things going on without my permission that I should have been included on with regards to, I don't want to call it corruption, but undercover detective work by both badged and unbadged self-proclaimed police officers. We're not going to call it stalking, but stalking. And other sorts of issues. But what this has all brought me to discover is that just like we all launch our own businesses and have our own ideas on how to drive income into our bank accounts, so does the government. And so when I'm looking at my childhood and the beginning ages and stages of criminal justice, we need it, and it has its place in society. If you don't agree with that, let you become the target and we'll release a few murderers, okay? And so we'll just incentivize them and say, we'll give you each $2,500. The first one who catches and murders this individual gets another $50K. I can probably guarantee you that out of 1,000 people, at least I would guess a good 40, if you go to the right neighborhood, would say yes to that. Okay, so that's scary for society. Now, when you have a situation like that arising, people are quick to say they don't care because they can't imagine it ever affecting their life. Once it does affect their life, they definitely care. Okay, so if you're the target of a court system or something that's going on, and you are well loved by someone with money, it is not uncommon that you will be targeted. If any human being is followed for long enough, they will be observed doing something that either can be misconstrued as not following the law or that actually was a violation of the law. We've all jaywalked, have we not? Right? What are some other common laws? Most of us, a whopping 92%, have slid something into our pocket, whether as a child or an adult, and stolen. Violation of the law, right? Most of us, a staggering 93%, have tried some sort of illicit substance, i.e. marijuana, or worse. The amount of people who have tried something worse is over 50%. Hard drugs, more than 50% of our population have tried them. What is this saying, you guys? So what I want to talk about today is that, and I'm trying to get ready for a photo shoot. I'm frustrated because I don't have a good outfit for it. I don't want to look too grungy. I wanted to do something more classy, and I don't have the outfit, so I have to make it like athletic, and I'm just frustrated with the whole everything. I want to look cute, and I like dressing up, and they took all my ball gowns, whatever. The point is, if you are well loved by someone with money and you get into trouble, say for instance, you get arrested, God forbid, what's a reasonable situation that most of us could find ourselves in that we could get arrested for? You're taking a ride home from someone and they have something illegal in the car. All it takes is for them to say it's not mine. Now both of you are going into prison at the very least for questioning, or jail at least for questioning, right? So through any random occurrence, you can get targeted. Now, if you get targeted, you're praying to God that the truth comes out. But what if you don't know that the guy in the driver's seat actually was a plant, and that he planned the whole time to have that illicit substance in the car, And not only did he tell police that he doesn't know whose it was and it wasn't his, he told them it was probably yours. He knows that you have a family with wealth or married into wealth. Now, your bond, that's your hostage number, okay? So they're holding you, the criminal justice system is holding you hostage for a dollar amount, the same way an off-the-books person, sometimes even worse, could hold you and call your parents for ransom. Very similar to kidnapping. When we sit back and look at the only difference in our criminal justice is that one person doing the kidnapping is holding a badge and the other person doing the kidnapping is not. How do we not become very painfully aware of the necessary changes towards our criminal justice and the justice system in general? The only thing I think worse than ignoring that this is a problem is grabbing everyone who does have a genuine criminal tendency and housing them together in close coordinates with minimal supervision. What type of supervision do you think goes on in county jails, in urban areas such as New York, Chicago, etc., and so forth?
Rapes.
So minimal. I have spoken personally with a number of people who have reported items being robbed from them regularly. Reports and requests for medical being denied to them regularly. The ability to use the restroom in private completely revoked during their entire stay. They almost never get the chance to use a restroom without either a person being in the immediate area or the chances being highly likely that a person could come into your immediate area while you are using the restroom. What do you think that does to our insides? What types of digestive issues do you think that sort of treatment causes? Now you have a number of other things that just do not make sense being the building blocks of the way we treat and address crime and criminals. When science and numerous studies have proven that the real, true solution is education, access to resources, mentorship. Isolation must be controlled, meaning you're not isolated group, in essence isolating all of the murderers together. It's still a form of isolation because the only mind process, the only thought process that's being had is that of a murderer, right? Or other violent criminal. You're putting these people together in small groups. What chances do they have to get out of those groups? If we know that based on the law of averages that the fourth will be the fifth,
Do you want me to press it?
it's already going. It's not that. It's just, like I said, it's like impossible for me to have my own documentation at this point, which makes no sense. Instagram is rather than calling my phone number over and over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm. smells good, man.
Do you want some?
Yeah, I'll have some right now. God damn.
This
Shopu in Fiji.
is one of many issues that I have attempted to present or presented to various aldermen, mayors. I spoke with Lori Lightfoot about employment in 2021.
Did you ever go public with this?
No.
Tell them the story.
Well, I'm not going to tell them the whole story.
It's fucking mental.
The point is, anytime you can plant a seed of positive intent about matters that affect entire populations, you should do so. And that's what I mean when I say that many of you choose silence and that I don't have that privilege. I have been hoisted into a position and placed in front of certain eyes. And while I'd love to just talk about my dreams and fantasies for myself, they're not allowing that. They're forcing circumstances that cause me to articulate what is wrong with those circumstances so that things can be changed for others. If you've never loved someone in prison, whether you believe they deserved to be there or not, there are some basics that should just not go on. Sexual assault is one of them. Another huge one is not allowing access to medical care, refusing medical care. We have to do so much better than we've done. And if we can remove people from society for short periods of time and rebuild these people, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? For the greater good of society and this person on an individual level. As long as those two things are running parallel to each other, they never run into each other. They never step on each other's toes. It's when we start making wild, unplanned, right-angled turns in every which way when you're making a decision and you keep in mind what's best for the society, the community, and what's best for the person. As long as those two ideas are running parallel to each other, there's never a chance for collision. I left a voicemail for Mayor Brandon Johnson this morning. I saw a piece of content. It was him addressing the press.
Who the fuck is that?
With regards to, that's supposedly the mayor now. That's who signs all of the 311 requests. Look at your 311 right now and tell me what name it says underneath the SR number, please.
It says shy text.
Let me see. Let me show this to them.
Shy opt.
So I want you guys to see this. The 311 messages that you all have record of that I've posted a million times that all say Mayor Brandon Johnson at the bottom are coming through to Xavier's phone completely different. But I'm not supposed to believe there's something corrupt and intentional going on.
Tiny URL. That's what it says. Shy opt. What the fuck was I doing? Oh. Stephanie Gilmore versus Lakey Peterson.
At the end of the day, there are bottom line minimums for every human being that are not being met. And we need to do better.